It is 6:18 and time now for What's Trending. A Star Wars fan has turned an out-of-this-world personal project into a worldwide fundraiser to benefit Ukraine. Physician and Star Wars fanboy Akaki Lakiachvili, who was raised in the former Russian Republic of Georgia and now lives in the American state of Georgia, started building this amazing, nearly life-sized X-Wing replica in his free time to teach his kids about science and technology. He turned his garage into a lab, and his wife, as you can expect, was not thrilled. But 6 years and at least $50,000 in building materials later, he's now tapping into his fervent Star Wars fan base and using this cosmic cosplay craft to try and raise money for Ukraine. His X-Wing was recently displayed at an Atlanta Braves Star Wars night and even has its own Twitter account, which has been liked by none other than Luke Skywalker himself and actor Mark Hamill. Cockley, and his wife have family in country's neighboring Ukraine, and he says his mission to help is just getting started. And I gotta say, that is a really cool design. I didn't really see too much Star Wars, but I can think a lot of people's favorite parts, including mine, was the pod races. I think it was one of the early Star Wars movies. For sure, and it's been a long time since I've seen any of the Star Wars movies, and to be honest, I don't think I've watched any of them all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but now I know a Star Wars marathon would probably do me good right about now, since every now and again we do talk about some Star Wars stuff. And also, kind of a side note, good job with that name, though. I think you got pretty close to that one name there. That was a little bit of a challenging name. That was definitely not a name I would definitely want to say over and over again. No. So I may have butchered his first name at the end. Yeah, I'm sure they understand. But hey, what matters more is not so much the name, but obviously the story behind it, though, is helping out Ukraine and everything else. Yeah. So we definitely send props to help for him and trying to find ways to help Ukraine out. And too bad that plane doesn't fly. Yeah, that'd be really cool as well. Yeah, but meanwhile, though, let's keep things rolling here. People helping people. That was the movement behind $1 off a gallon of gas in one Michigan city on Monday. Dozens of drivers lined up in Lexington Monday morning to save $1 per gallon. People helping people came from a local business owner in Lexington who overheard a couple in his store discussing if they should buy grocery items or gas. That sparked him to ask other businesses to chip in. He asked for donations. Collectively, the business owner raised $6,000 and now was passed on to residents in the community in the form of $1 off of a gallon of gasoline. For the first 25 gallons pumped, dozens of cars were lined down the street at a Marathon gas station in Lexington. More than 25 sponsors donated to the campaign. And you know what? This is great to see, though, because, I mean, let's face it, gas prices are the highest I've ever seen in my entire life, and I think everybody can agree with that, though. Although I think there was some price gouging back when 9/11 happened. I've heard some stories of $6 a gallon that happened back on 9/11. I think my parents told me. I can't remember that part. I can't. I know the highest I remember I ever paid before this year was like $4.35 or so in that range. But now it's $5, and I remember this would definitely help me out a lot. Yeah, this would definitely help out a lot, though. Yeah, I remember like $4.08 down in Central Illinois, and that was the last my memory serves. And now it's like $4.99 in Rhinelander. Forget it. It's pretty much $5 at this point, though. So I know I've had to cut back on some travels. So far, that's helped out. Those things are still good for me, and hopefully still good for you, too. Yeah, I'm getting through it as well. Yeah, right? So, taking a turn to our last story, the Tunnel of Towers Foundation held its 6th annual tower climb over the weekend at New York's One World Observatory. Hundreds of people climbed 104 stories, honoring the lives of all 9/11 heroes. Climbers footing the 2,226 steps of One World Trade alongside members of NYPD, FDNY, Port Authority Police, and families of survivors. The Tunnel to Towers climb supports the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. The Tunnel to Towers climb honors the memory of Captain Billy Burke of Engine 21 in Midtown. On 9/11, he chose to stay in the staircase of the North Tower with stranded civilians and told his company to continue down. Billy's guys got out, but Billy and others got down, but then they didn't get out because the building collapsed. This year's climb honored the sacrifice of all 9/11 heroes and the first responders who continue to lose their lives in the years years that followed due to 9/11 related illness. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation helps first responders, veterans, and their families by paying off their mortgages or giving them mortgage-free homes. And definitely a great cause right there. Definitely thank you to all those first responders as well for that day. And I can't even imagine going up all those stairs. I'm definitely not in shape for that.
I am not in shape for that either, though. So, I mean, definitely props to those that do it. And how appropriate that I believe they hold this at One World Trade Center, too. So, you kind of get a chance to kind of exercise going up all those flights of stairs. You don't have to, like, try to mimic it at a different location. There's a tower tall enough to pull that off, though. And I will say One World Trade Center makes me smile because it definitely shows a bouncing back after tragedy struck in 01. And now we see this tower that's standing partly over New York again, and of course a beautiful memorial too.
Yes, for sure. Definitely got to get over there and pay your respects when you can.
Yeah, hopefully someday. That's definitely on the bucket list.